goody, here it comes.
Welcome to the Cinema Psycho Show.
You are interested in the unknown, the mysterious, the unexplainable. That is why you are here.
Oh my God, don't stop now!
With your hosts, Brian, John, and Elaine.
Welcome to the Cinema Psycho Show, the madhouse for film freaks and film fans of all types. I'm your host, Brian Connaughton, joined by my fellow co-host and filmmaker, Lane Woolscroft.
Hey! What's up?
No John today?
No John. It doesn't feel right.
No, it doesn't.
It feels a little weird.
It feels a little weird. We haven't done a solo episode between you and me.
It's been a long
since,
time.
like, the first one.
Yeah. Well,
I think
we
Batman
did Teeth.
Returns.
We did Teeth.
Oh, we did do Teeth together. Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, so...
That was a good one. That's one of my favorite ones.
That was fun. That was a fun one.
We have a fun one today, too. I'm excited.
We do. This one is going to be interesting because we have a little behind-the-scenes interaction with this one.
We have some insights, I feel.
Little interaction with this one. So, we're on episode 136, and
wow.
We're back after about a 3-week break.
Yep.
Because April has been ridiculous.
Redonkulous.
Yeah, ridiculous. Just personal, work shit.
Yeah, mine was good.
Yours is good.
I got to travel.
You got to travel. I traveled a little bit too.
Yeah, well, we
family.
both went to DC. I went to DC for work, and you went for funsies.
I went for funsies, and the boys had fun in the hotel swimming pool.
Oh, that's exciting. That's exciting. John and I got a puppy.
You do. So you might actually be hearing the puppy in this podcast. The puppy is chewing on a bone.
Yeah, he's just happy as a little clam, though. He's so cute. Yeah. Are you our new co-host? Are you going to replace John, bud? Are you going to replace him, huh?
I think he might.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much a thing.
Yeah. So this episode, we're going to be talking about a movie that we saw back in November. I
was going to ask you.
It was November.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
it was such
November.
a fun night.
And the movie is called Texas Cotton. Mm-hmm. And
directed by Tyler Russell. Which we got to meet Tyler in person at Row House, and also meet one of the stars of the movie, George Hardy. Which was amazing. The world's nicest man. I'm
literally
pretty sure.
The world's nicest man.
So nice. Such a nice man.
Such a nice man. And you might say, well, who the hell is George Hardy? And to that, I would say, what?
To that, we would say, you might be in the wrong podcast.
You might be in the wrong
because
podcast.
If you like our podcast, you should probably know who he is.
So George Hardy was the dad in the movie Troll 2. Mm-hmm. And he had some of the best one-liners
he did
in the movie.
As in, you don't piss on hospitality.
Yes.
That's a classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the cool thing about, George Hardy is if you are a cult movie follower, you definitely know who he is. And then if you're a documentary fan, I can't say words.
A documentarian.
I've had so much Zeke's coffee today. It's unreal. Like, I am so caffeinated today. Maybe I might sound chill, but this is about to blow
You're chill,
up.
but you're shaking.
Yep, chill,
And
but
heart
with a
palpitations.
vibration. But yeah, if you're a documentary fan, you also might know him from Best Worst Movie,
Yes.
which is a documentary about Troll 2. Best Worst Movie is one of my favorite docs. It's so good. It's just heartwarming, which seems so weird because of the subject matter. You would not think it'd be a feel-good movie, but it really is.
Well, what's great about that documentary is for me, I love documentaries about movies.
Yeah.
About the making of movies. Because you see all these movies all the time, and for it might just be your own personal experience, but then you get to see kind of how did that movie come to be? Mm-hmm. So what's great about Best Worst Movie is seeing how this particular movie that, for me as a kid, I remember watching this movie and going this is the craziest movie of all time.
Exactly.
And remembering it because I saw it on HBO and then realizing how that movie affected the stars of the film.
I mean, change their lives.
It did change their lives.
And bringing it back to George Hardy, he was a dentist before.
He still is a dentist.
And he still is a dentist
now.
He is.
Yeah.
And he just is a movie star on the side, kind of.
Yeah.
It's just neat how he's absorbed it into his life. So, with in the case of Texas Cotton, he plays a aging man of the law in Texas, and
his character is very different from, this is a serious role,
Well, that was
the other one was supposed to be serious too. It just wasn't.
Well, that I think was the thing too. Was like when I was watching this film, I did have a little bit of reservations because the only thing I'd seen George in was Troll 2.
Sure. Oh yeah.
And I think I was talking with Tyler about it, and I mentioned how after seeing the film, like, man, George can really act.
Yeah, he actually has chops to him. Yeah,
really
absolutely.
good. And then that's when you realize, like, the man, unfortunately, was in a production that was just incompetently directed at Troll 2. And, like, because I'm watching, Texas Cotton, I'm just going, like, man, he is really, like, digging into every scene that he's in.
Yeah.
So, like, for people who maybe have seen Troll 2 and, really love him in that movie, it is going to be a little bit different.
Definitely.
Because you're really seeing an actor who's really good and holds his own in a number of scenes.
He plays Sergeant Travis Delmore in this film. So, I would say, like, it's kind of what, like, it's just it's a modern mystery. I wouldn't call it a Western per se.
So I was looking this up today.
Ooh, tell me everything.
I was looking this up because there is a specific genre of film.
Okay.
That this is kind of in the vein of. I think this deviates a little bit from it, but the word is neo-Western.
Neo-Western?
Yes.
That sounds like The Matrix.
Movies like No Country for Old Men are kind of examples of this type of film.
You know what's funny? I loved No Country for Old Men, and John hated it. And John usually loves, anything that's like Oscar-y and stuff. Yeah. And, it just was strange that I loved it.
Believe it or not, I've never seen No Country for Old Men.
I'd be curious to know what you think.
Yeah.
I liked it. But yeah, okay, so neo-Western.
Neo-Western.
It makes sense. It takes place in this small town of Texas, which is
La Costa,
Cool.
Texas.
You okay, bud? My dog just like coughed something up. Are you all right?
We're leaving that in, by the way.
Oh, okay, cool. You can probably hear him hack it up. Okay, so anyway, and then like you said, holding his own against some other actors and stuff. Now, Gene Jones plays the police chief, and he's a bigger name.
He was in No Country for Old Men. He was actually he was the shopkeep in the infamous coin scene.
That's right.
Yes.
So that was pretty cool. It was cool to see him. And then the other familiar face, the character of Mayor Kane, which Kane just sounds evil, right?
That's a really bad name.
I mean, I'm a big Marshmallow, like I'm a big Veronica Mars fan. So
I'm watching that now.
You are not. Oh my
Yes,
God! Do
I
you
am.
love it? Do you love it?
My wife has suggested that I watch it because I guess there's a new season coming out.
There is, and am I going to buy
she-
Hulu just for it? Yes, sir, I am.
Yeah, so she's like, you've got to watch Veronica Mars, and honestly, it's really good.
I mean, tell me that it holds up like as an adult and in like the modern age. You know what I mean? I think
the clothing doesn't.
No. Don't look at her. Don't.
The clothing sure
Do you know
as hell
there was
doesn't.
a campaign about her one choker that she wears? She stopped wearing it for 2 episodes, and people flipped the fuck out, and they were like, "Where's Veronica's choker?" And they were like, "You guys are awesome, psycho." I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. No, the clothing is and the hair. No,
The clothing, the hair,
but like it's
all
so
that.
crazy. I think I watched it 5 years ago, like for the first time, and I was like, I was moving to college like when it was like popular.
Yeah.
I think it started in 01, so I was like in my
It started in 04.
04. Did it start in 04? Oh,
Yeah.
I was fully in college.
I graduated high school in 04. So.
Okay, I was fully in college by then. So okay, but yeah, I went to watch it and I couldn't believe, like, as an adult, like I still related to it so strongly.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so amazing. But anyway, Kane Software,
yes,
it reminds me of that. So Mayor Kane, people may realize that he's a familiar face, and he's played by Jason Douglas.
Yeah.
And I just watched the movie the whole time and I was like, oh, he's from The Walking Dead. Like, it finally clicked.
Oh, is he from the... Okay.
Yeah, he plays not like a huge character on that, but he's like very recurrent, and he was on the show for a long time. And I don't know, I thought the show kind of did him dirty, but I'm not talking about Walking Dead right now.
No, it also has Tiffany Shepis is in it as a Boomer. The sergeant.
Oh, that's right. Her name was Boomer. Yeah, I liked her a lot in this. I thought she was
She's
quite
actually
good.
Most of the movies that she does. Like, it was interesting seeing her this because most of the movies that she does are horror movies.
Oh, right,
and kind of B class movies. But she was really good in this as well.
And then Juliette Danielle's in this.
Or Boozer, yeah.
Oh, Boozer. That's
Boozer,
it.
not Boomer.
Julianne was
so fans
from The Room.
Fans of cult movies. She's Lisa from The Room.
Yep.
So, and it was so funny because you and I were sitting next to each other, Brian, and when she came up on screen, you like jabbed me with your elbow. You're like, "Is that?" I was like, "Yep, it sure is." We said like the funniest laugh about it.
It was just funny because you're seeing literally two icons from two distinctively different, terrible films meeting in one scene.
Funny and and I loved how it was done in that way because that was like fan service.
Absolutely,
like Tyler
100%.
Russell, the director, he's clearly a film fan. He's clearly he's doing that for viewers to enjoy. And
Absolutely.
I thought that was such a cool moment because the movie's pretty serious, but we did have a few scenes of levity that I thought were pretty useful to it and everything. And what I think is just so cool about this film is that this is independent cinema at its finest, right?
Absolutely.
They really shot in a small town.
La Costa, Texas is where they shot it.
Right. They really shot it there, and they had all kinds of resources that they were able to use. My understanding is that the town was very happy to have them and definitely helped them out as much as they could. And I think that it's just so cool to see a finished product when that happens.
Definitely. I do want to give kind of a little bit of a synopsis of the film.
Yeah, definitely.
So this is from IMDb. An aging lawman is convinced of a mysterious stranger arrested in a small town is innocent. His investigation stirs up a hornet's nest that will change the town forever. So it's a little mysterious.
Yeah, it's a mystery. I would say it's kind of interesting because it's ecology based. The mystery that centers around the show, it has to do with the farmlands of the region, which is a big moneymaker for the town. The crops that they have, and they can't figure out why the crops are dying, and that kind of leads to some of the intrigue. And I think that's a prevalent theme right now of things happening to the environment that are hard to reverse. You
can definitely tell that Tyler is viewing this from things that affect the farmers and ranchers in Texas.
When I didn't know much about that.
Neither did I.
I mean, being a PA born and bred, I know about the trees. I don't know about the desert really.
But what I thought was great about this film, and by the way, we're not spoiling it.
Yeah, we always spoil things.
We always spoil this.
Well, no, because I really want everyone to go watch it.
Yes, yeah.
Go watch it. It's available on everything. It's
Amazon,
available on Tubi,
YouTube.
It's on Amazon Prime. Did you say YouTube? It's on Google
YouTube.
Play. I mean, it is $2, y'all. I've found $2 and change in my car.
Yeah. And if you've got Prime, it's already there. So
nice.
But ultimately, one of the things I really loved about this film was the stylistic choices. Even though it's kind of that neo-Western type movie that, you get from No Country for Old Men, it felt very much to me like kind of a neo-noir movie, like Chinatown, or very much detective. There were scenes in it where I'm like, okay, you're pulling a neo-noir on me. And I really appreciated that because, I'll be the first to say I'm not a big fan of Westerns. I've never really been a big fan of Westerns. I know there are people out there who are like, oh my God, I love Westerns. I really don't. It's just not my preference. But honestly, while watching this movie, I was locked in on the narrative. And there wasn't any time where I was sitting back and going, oh yeah, this is an indie film. You know what I mean? It was competently shot. There were some things here or there that I thought, could be improved upon. But nothing that really took me out of the experience. And that's the big judge of an indie film, in my opinion, is if there's shots that I'm seeing or if there's things I'm seeing that I'm going that took me out of the narrative, that's a negative. That wasn't any of the case in this movie.
Yeah, no, I thought it looked really good. I did think it harkened back a bit to a more classic kind of cinema. I thought maybe more of a 70s feel, really.
It did.
I thought because it had a lot of, camera moves, but you could tell they didn't have the drones out or anything. You know what I mean? It was simple in a way that was right for the film. They let the story kind of show. Yeah. But I thought that the cinematography was very well done.
Yeah, definitely. And there was one shot in this film that really to me kind of got me, and it was the scene where Delmar he's in it. It's after
confrontation with one of the characters. I think it might have been the sheriff. And he is in his car at night in front of a railroad, in front of the train. And you've got this blaring red and white smashing him light in the face. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful shot. And that's where I get like this is pure film noir.
Right.
And it's got that feel to it. Along with that, the acting in this, I didn't feel was overacted.
No, I thought that everybody did a really nice job, and it was cool to see like nice, like to see familiar faces, but to see them in a new way because, like I said, Mayor Caine, the actor, he played a good guy on Walking Dead, and to see him, I mean, he was
really a dick,
a mustache twirling asshole in this, like, and it was great, like, and I think you can really see when a film is made with love, and like I just feel like that guy had a good time, you know. He just had a good time filming it and like being the character, like you could tell he was enjoying himself.
Well, he was a great foil. And what was nice about this is that in pure like film noir mystery fashion, not everything that you see is kind of what's presented to you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like there are twists and turns in this movie that you're not expecting. And, Mayor Caine kind of comes across as the stereotypical asshole. He's run the whole town, for his whole life, and he's always been top dog, and he's got that arrogance about him.
Yeah.
And, exactly as you said, he's mustache twirling, but it's not to the point of ad nauseum.
No, I didn't think so because, like I said, you could really see the love that was put into it and just the joy that they were, from the creation of the art itself. I think, I mean, for me, like, the biggest thing that I was seeing, and we talked about this before we started recording, like, Tyler Russell, like, that's independent filmmaking. Like, that is if, like, you and I were like, okay, you, me, and John, let's go make a film. Like, that's the level that it's at, and for him to have such a good product, like, I think that's awesome, and it's great that it's out there for people to see it because it's not super long. It's
no,
just,
it is not.
And it's, like, a great movie just to, like, kind of come home to, like, after work and just, like, chill and enjoy, because
definitely
I really liked seeing it on the big screen because we had such a good time.
Yeah,
we always have a good time at Row House, but
I mean, there were a couple standout performances. I do want to mention them.
Oh,
without giving away the whole.
By
plot.
all means, yeah, we were.
I'm not giving it. It's really hard because I really want to. So, I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong, but Taurine Davis, who played Shanks.
Oh yeah,
he was a standout character because Shanks served as basically that break that honestly all dramatic films need, that comedic break, and he was fucking hilarious.
He was good. He was very good.
Hilarious. He kind of served as that comic relief when you needed a time to break.
Everybody needs the goober for a laugh.
Well, it's just a matter of it provides balance. It provides a time for the audience to say, "Oh, that's funny. He's an idiot." And not just be doom and gloom, heavy, deep drama the whole time.
Right.
That's one of the things. Levity. You need a little bit of levity to break it up.
Exactly.
And, his character does come into play that, towards the end of the movie in a positive way. So, like, that part is nice.
Yeah.
The other, actor I want to mention is Lou Temple played Joe, the sprayer. Well, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I got his name right. Lou Temple.
That sounds right.
So, Lou Temple, the Joe the sprayer, he, I don't want to give everything away, but his character is way more complex than we're led to believe.
Than first and
show,
absolutely.
I thought that was great because, with most independent films, especially, starting out, and I mean, I don't know how many movies Tyler Russell has done prior to this, but
I think this is his first feature.
Yeah, I think it's probably his first feature, but I'm talking just in terms of like
as far as
short
like directing
and stuff.
comes.
But the point I want to get across is like this movie was very tight. It made great use of its characters, and honestly, one of the things that I see a lot with independent films that aren't as artfully made is mainly that they'll show you one thing and never come back around to it towards the movie.
That makes me nuts when things don't pay off. And
this movie, you could watch it a couple different times and you'll still pick up new things that ultimately come back around.
So with his character,
that
Joe
a
the
lot.
Sprayer, there are things with him that come back around. And you're just like, holy shit, I didn't even realize that. And that's what I love. And that's how you know that this was done really well, is that you've got those plot points, you've got those characters and those details that, you know, they show it to you and then there's a payoff.
Right.
That's the worst you can do, is not have that. Because that's ultimately what a plot hole is. But yeah, Lou Temple and Shanks were some of the standouts to me. What about you?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm trying to find her name because I'm not. I think I'm remembering this correctly. When they go, they have to look up some information at like an archive. In the town and everything.
Yeah.
That clerk was like actually the real clerk, right?
Yes.
She wasn't an actor.
No,
and I'm not sure what she's credited as in this. I'm not sure if she is.
I think it's a city clerk assistant.
Is that who it is?
Yeah.
The city clerk assistant, Becca Jameson.
Yeah.
She's not an actor, but she was so good. Like I mean, she was just doing like what she normally does as her job, I suppose. But I just remember being really charmed by that story because we were able to talk to just the director and our friend Travis Ayers, who also worked on the film. We were able to talk to them about some of the stories like that came up when shooting and everything. And I just thought it was funny because I thought she just did a good job. And like they were like, oh yeah, she's not even an actor. She just works there, and we just decided to have her in it. I thought that was funny. You know?
No, it was like that. That's one of the things when you've got the cooperation of a town.
It's everything.
It's everything because you get, like he said, he had access to like their police cruisers. He had access to all their stuff. Literally the whole town helped him out, and that is the best possible situation you can get into.
Absolutely. To like have a movie that's showcasing a small town, and to have that small town like really embrace that, on the other end of things. I think that's awesome.
Yeah. Were there any things that you saw in this, Lane, that you think maybe could be improved?
Boy, I think I was just really impressed with like the usage of resources. Like, I imagine that there were some limitations, but I felt like everything worked in the end. You know what I mean? Like Texas towns, like I thought that they had everything that they needed. One thing that I thought was good, the sound was really good.
That you make a good point.
And again, it doesn't. It's good if you don't notice it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, but I'm always listening for it, obviously, because like. I like all this stuff and I look for stuff.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, for me, like, I didn't think that, I think that, they told the story that they set out to tell and they got a really good group of people together to do it, honestly.
Yeah. The only thing I saw that there were a couple of shots in the movie that I was like, I wouldn't have gone that wide. And mainly it was like in the beginning with the police station.
Oh, okay. Okay. I see what you're saying.
But like there were also some amazing shots in it. The one shot where they are when Delmar is tracking down the sprayer Joe initially in the movie.
Oh, right.
And he's in the barn, and they do this really awesome zoom in on him. Mm-hmm. That's a brilliant shot, and that's a cornerstone shot that honestly I think ended up in the trailer. So like there's some really solid cinematography.
Yeah,
but there were a couple of those shots I'm just like, you could have adjusted a little bit, but nothing. And this is honestly splitting hairs.
Sure,
this is splitting hairs.
That's what we do. It's our thing.
But yeah, as you said, music was also great.
Oh yeah, the soundtrack was good.
Soundtrack was really solid.
I even saw an article where they had like written about like it's like this indie movie, but it has a great soundtrack, and I totally agree. Yeah, I remember thinking that, and that's not easy to put something like that together.
No,
compile like a soundtrack for a film. But yeah, I thought it was good too.
Yeah, definitely. So anything else about Texas Cotton before we wrap this all up?
I'm hoping we can have a chat with Tyler and talk about what he's working on next. It was just a great experience. Like, I mean, obviously, like it's a real privilege for us to be able to see a movie with its director and its star. I mean, that made like such a great environment and such a great experience for us. But I truly do think just like grabbing this on Amazon or whatever and just hanging out, like and watching it for yourself.
Absolutely.
I mean, I think is just as fun. It's just cool to see like what you can do. Like if you really want to see it through and like make a film, because like that's something that at this level we all want to do is have like that work that we've done. So
yeah, definitely for me it was seeing this on Amazon Prime was a very different experience than watching it in the theater with the filmmakers.
Sure.
and like sitting like down from them and
Yeah,
George, and then talking to them afterwards. It was a very different experience. I don't know if they're still touring. If
with the film.
As I said, we did this back in November,
right?
So it might not be touring anymore. But like, you know, if you get a chance to, if they are still doing that,
yeah,
you know, definitely try to attend it.
Totally.
You know, but also watch it on Prime.
Yeah,
watch
if you have
it on
Prime,
YouTube.
it's free anyway. So do it.
It's a really solid film, and I know you guys might be saying like, well, you guys are biased. It's like, no,
I mean we are, but like, I don't know. I'm not lying either.
If it was a bad movie, we'd tell you it was a bad movie. It's not a bad movie. We'd be nice about it. But, you know, we're being honest here.
Yeah.
It's a solid movie. And as I said, I'm someone who doesn't like Westerns. And I
didn't know what to expect because, I mean, I knew who George Hardy was going into it, but I didn't know the director or anything. No. So going into it, I was like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know anything about Texas. And then, like, you know, the movie kind of got going. And I was like, oh, wow. Like, this is actually good. Okay, well, thank God.
Yeah.
Because the director is right there. You know what I mean? Like,
I didn't want to have to be like, oh, it's a great movie. Good job.
Like, yeah, right? No, it's like when you had a kid and she turned out to be cute. It was really nice of you. I didn't have to fake it.
You didn't have to fake it.
Yeah.
You didn't have to put it back over and draw a smiley face.
Oh my God, I would not put a bag over your baby's head, even if she was ugly. No. But no, guys, she's so cute.
Yeah, she is cute. She's coming up on a year.
I know. Can't believe it.
Yeah.
Can't believe it.
But yeah, definitely check out Texas Cotton. We're going to put links to it in the show notes.
Oh, yeah. Check it out on the Facebook, the social media, all that good stuff, guys.
All over the place.
I'll spam you with pictures of us with George Hardy.
Well, we did record something with George Hardy.
We did. We got to get that on the site. Got to get a few things up. And I have pictures that I just literally took on my phone. So
that works.
So that'll still be on our Instagram this week, kids.
Give you guys a little bit of a preview of what's going to be coming next.
Oh, we have a good spring, y'all.
Oh, man. Next 3 episodes are going to be pretty nice. We got what?
We're coming back hard with Endgame.
Woot. And
we're really excited.
We will probably be spoiling the shit out of that one.
We will spoil the shit out of it, but it'll be coming out enough after it that, like...
Not really.
You guys will have a little bit of time to... a little bit... Enough after it's been released is what I mean. We're seeing it very close to that, but it comes out this weekend.
Yes, it does.
So you have a week.
We're giving them a week.
That's enough for a movie this big. We're going to spoil it. Sorry, guys. This is a movie event 10 years in the making.
Yeah, and if we have to sit through 3 hours of it, we have to kind of talk about it.
Listen, I'm going to get snacks. I'm going to wear a diaper. It's going to be great.
You can't go. You have to go to the bathroom like beforehand.
I have a very small bladder, Brian. No, I'm just kidding. I actually never pee in the theater ever, even if I have to go really bad. Like, John will leave and come back like, nope, I do not leave.
I had to do that during Infinity War.
I'd have to be dying to go, but I don't know. I'm an only child, and we took like 5-hour car trips when I was a kid, so like my bladder's an iron cask.
That's good to know.
It's way more y'all need to know.
I have a feeling that's going to hit you later in life.
Maybe.
You'll get the leaks real bad.
I don't know, man. I could be doing my Kegels right now and you wouldn't know.
That's true.
Kegels, everyone.
But
yeah, so we have that coming up. We have a nice treat for you guys for Mother's Day.
Yeah, we're gonna be reviewing Mommy Dearest.
Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, it's gonna be so good. And then fuck you. We're watching Catwoman.
That's John's fault.
I know. Fuck you, John. I'm just kidding. I love you. We have a puppy child together now. Yeah. We have a child together now. He is.
But so next couple episodes are going to be pretty fun.
Yeah, they're going to be a good time, guys. I'm really excited.
Keep posted on our episodes coming out. Yeah. Lane, where can they find you on the Twitter machine?
Tweet me at LA_Croft. Do it. Tweet me now.
Where can they find John at?
The Unreal J. Wolves.
You just remember that. You almost forgot it, didn't you?
No, because I was thinking of his tagline on his Twitter, and it says pink on the inside. So I almost said at pink on the inside, but no. The Unreal J. Wolves. That's it.
You can find me at Brian Coddington. I also run the Psycho Show page. Be sure to like us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Psycho Show. You can also find us on the Epicast Network at epicastnetwork.com. If you have a favorite movie or question you want to throw away, you can contact us at cinemapsychoshow.com. Make sure to subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts and iTunes, and we will see you next time.
Woo! It's so weird with John not having a little ending bit.
Epicast.